Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless. But when Devon Hamilton suddenly went missing from the screen this fall, fans braced themselves for yet another dramatic twist. What they didn't expect was that the real-life man behind Devon, Emmy-winning actor Bryton James, would be living through an off-screen story that feels just as turbulent as anything the soap could script. According to multiple reports, Bryton James, known for his two-decade run as Devon, the soulful music mogul and heir to the Winters fortune, has filed for divorce from his wife after less than 2 years of marriage. And just as Genoa City reels from Devon's mysterious absence, viewers are now left wondering whether the actor's personal heartbreak played a role in his on-screen disappearance. A double vanishing act. Devon Hamilton's exit was so subtle, some viewers didn't even realize it was happening. One week, he was deep in storyline, torn between his company's future and his growing unease with Tucker McCall's latest scheme. The next, he was simply gone. No goodbyes, no final confrontation, no sign of where he went. Lily mentioned he'd taken some time to clear his head, but for a character as central as Devon, that explanation felt paper thin. Now, with reports emerging that Bryton James has filed for divorce, fans are beginning to connect the dots. It's eerie, one longtime viewer posted on X, formerly Twitter. Devon disappears to find himself, and now Bryton's doing the same in real life. Life imitates soap art. Indeed, Bryton's real-life storyline seems uncannily reflective of his on-screen alter ego's inner turmoil. Just as Devon has wrestled with questions of loyalty, identity, and legacy, James is reportedly navigating his own emotional crossroads off-screen. From childhood stardom to soap royalty. For those who've followed his career, Bryton James's life has always had a cinematic arc. Before The Young and the Restless, he was already a familiar face, playing Richie Crawford on the hit sitcom Family Matters from 1990 to 1997. The adorable, bright-eyed kid who called Carl Winslow Uncle Carl grew up in front of millions. But unlike many child stars who burned out early, Bryton quietly transitioned into one of daytime television's most respected performers. Joining The Young and the Restless in 2004, he brought rare depth and vulnerability to the role of Devon Hamilton, a foster teen struggling to find belonging in the Winters family. Over the next 20 years, James would evolve Devon into a cornerstone of Genoa City's business elite, an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and grieving lover whose losses were felt as deeply by fans as by the character himself. Bryton's on-screen chemistry with co-star Crystal Khalil Lily became the emotional spine of the show's family storylines, while his relationships with Amanda, Abby, and Hillary, the late Michelle Morgan's twin roles, gave him some of the most romantic and heartbreaking arcs in Y&R history. But for all of Devon's on-screen drama, Bryton's personal life was notably low-key, until now. A quiet love story turned quiet heartbreak. Little was ever publicized about Bryton's marriage. Sources close to the actor describe him as intensely private, someone who keeps his relationships well away from the glare of Hollywood gossip. Bryton's never been one for spectacle, a former Y&R colleague shared anonymously. He's one of the most grounded people I've ever met. When he fell in love, he did it quietly, privately, and sincerely. The couple reportedly tied the knot in an intimate ceremony, attended by close friends and family, including a few discreet Y&R castmates. For a while, everything seemed picture-perfect. They were spotted together at charity galas and fan conventions, smiling but never courting attention. Then, earlier this year, fans noticed something unusual: the absence of his wedding band during a few public appearances. At first, it seemed like an oversight. But by late summer, whispers began circulating that Bryton and his wife had separated. Now, court filings reportedly confirm that Bryton has filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The news broke just as The Young and the Restless quietly wrote Devon off the canvas, leading many to wonder whether art and life had collided in painful symmetry. Behind the curtain at Y&R, soap productions are famously adaptable. When an actor needs time off, whether for health, personal matters, or creative projects, scripts are adjusted, storylines reworked, and scenes rewritten to maintain continuity. But insiders suggest Devon's sudden disappearance was not part of a long-planned arc. Devon's exit came out of nowhere, an insider at Y&R's Los Angeles set reportedly revealed. The writers had major plans for the Chancellor Winters storyline through the holidays. Bryton's departure forced some quick rewriting. The insider added that the show's executive producer, Josh Griffith, was completely supportive of Bryton's decision to step away. He's been on this show for 20 years. If anyone's earned the right to take a breath, it's Bryton. Still, the absence is deeply felt on set. Crystal Khalil, who recently returned from maternity leave, has reportedly expressed her hope that her longtime co-star will come back when he's ready. Their family, one crew member said simply. Devon and Lily, Bryton and Crystal, they've grown up together here. It's more than just acting. Fans rally around him. As news of the divorce spread, fans flooded social media with messages of support. Hashtags like #WeLoveBryton and #DevonForever began trending among soap communities on Reddit and Facebook. Sending love to Bryton James, one viewer wrote. He's given us 2 decades of amazing performances. Whatever he's going through, I hope he finds peace. Another fan posted a poignant clip montage of Devon's most emotional moments, his tearful goodbye to Hillary, his reunion with Tucker, and his quiet reflections on family, set to Alicia Keys' Superwoman. The caption read, "Behind every great actor is a real human being with real pain. Take your time, Bryton." In an era where celebrity divorces often spark gossip and judgment, the tone of fan response has been remarkably empathetic. That speaks volumes about how deeply Bryton James is respected, not just as a performer but as a person. Life imitating art. It's hard not to notice how Devon's recent storyline eerily mirrors the themes Bryton may be facing off-screen. Over the past year, Devon has struggled to balance business with personal happiness, wrestling with trust, loss, and the price of success. He's often been portrayed as a man who gives everything to others, his family, his company, his legacy, while quietly neglecting his own needs. When he told Abby earlier this year that he sometimes felt like he was carrying everyone's expectations, fans now look back on that line with fresh resonance. Was it foreshadowing, or a rare crack in the actor's otherwise seamless separation between self and character? Soap historians point out that The Young and the Restless has always blurred the line between fiction and reality. From Victor Newman's real-world-inspired business wars to the genuine chemistry between off-screen couples who met on set, the show thrives on emotional authenticity. Bryton's life, in this moment, feels like an unscripted extension of that legacy. A pause, not a farewell. Though Devon's current whereabouts remain a mystery, rumors on set suggest he's off in Europe, visiting Tucker, or pursuing a new music project. Few believe his absence will be permanent. Bryton James is one of Y&R's most beloved and reliable veterans, and the door is always open for his return. A show representative offered a brief but telling statement. Bryton James remains a valued member of the Young and Restless family. We look forward to welcoming him back when the time is right. For now, that time seems uncertain. Sources close to the actor say he's focusing on personal healing and spending time with family. One friend noted, Bryton's not the kind of person who runs from pain, he works through it. If anything, this will make him a stronger artist. What this means for the Young and the Restless. Devon's disappearance leaves several plotlines in limbo. His tense business partnership with Lily was building toward a high-stakes boardroom showdown, while his on and off relationship with Abby was beginning to find new footing. Without Devon, those stories risk losing emotional center. However, Y&R has weathered cast absences before. The writers are reportedly pivoting to focus on Lily's solo journey and a potential return of Hillary's twin, Amanda, to fill the emotional void. But even those adjustments can't fully replace the quiet gravitas Bryton brings to every scene. Devon is the moral compass of the show, a longtime fan wrote on Soap Central. He's the character who keeps everyone grounded. Without him, the world of Genoa City tilts just a little off its axis. A man of depth and dignity. In a world that often glorifies spectacle, Bryton James's decision to handle his personal struggles with dignity stands out. He hasn't released a public statement, hasn't fueled rumors, hasn't sought attention. Instead, he's chosen silence, perhaps the rarest and most powerful response of all. It's a reminder that the people who play our favorite characters live real lives beyond the scripts. Their heartbreaks aren't staged, their silences aren't lines. And in that quiet, Bryton James is teaching something that the Young and the Restless has always championed: resilience. A hopeful ending. Fans are holding out hope for both Devon and Bryton to find their way back, one to Genoa City, the other to peace. Whether that happens next month or next year, one thing's certain, both the man and the character are irreplaceable. As one devoted viewer put it in a heartfelt post, Devon Hamilton has survived tragedy, betrayal, and loss. And Bryton James has shown us, time and again, that strength isn't in pretending everything's fine, it's in facing life's storms with grace. We'll be here waiting when he's ready to come home. For now, as The Young and the Restless turns the page on another unpredictable chapter, fans can only imagine that somewhere, on a beach, a mountain, or just in a quiet room far from the cameras, Bryton James is taking a breath, finding his footing, and rediscovering the peace his character has always sought.